From the crossroads of entertainment and culture, to the stories that move the streets and shake the box office. This is Blues Nightly News, the world of movies, music, comics, and culture, the way it really is.
Man, what up? What up? What's good, world? What up? What up? Y'all hear me? Y'all hear me? Y'all hear me? Y'all hear me? What up? What up? What up? My beautiful internet people. What is good? Welcome back to Blues News, man. Welcome black. Black. Yeah, welcome black. Welcome back to Blues News. It's the only show where we read the spoilers so you don't have to get sued by Disney. You already know. You already know. I'm your host, Blue, OG Big Blue Minati. And folks, the floodgates is open, man. The floodgates is open. Leaks, 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 leaks. The ship is leaking. It's a leaking ship over at Marvel Studios this week, man. Captain America, well, former Captain America, depending on how you want to put it, coming out of retirement. We got Stranger Things stars possibly controlling minds, Spider-Man plot leaks so wild. I think I wrote it in a fever dream back in 2004. Shit's crazy, man. Shit's crazy, but you know what I'm saying? Grab your popcorn, sign your NDAs, and let's get into it. How y'all doing? Nova Dragon in the building. Hey, what's up? What's up? What's up? What's goody? What is goody? What is goody? What is goody? Y'all come on in. Come on in. Hit that like as you coming in, y'all. Hit that like as you coming in. Oh, if it's 2, hit the like. If it's 3, hit the like. If it's 100, hit the like. Hit that like. Hit that like. Let's get this thing moving. 1 second, real quick. Real quick, real quick, real quick. What was that? But yeah, y'all hit that like, man. How y'all doing out there? How was everybody doing? He said, "Oh, Marvel been sitting in the bed a lot lately. Not two, but 3 trailers done leaked. Yeah, man. You know, it's Marvel. It's Marvel. I don't know if it's done on purpose or not. To me, I think it's purposely done. I think this is what they want to do. Um, but yeah, it's Friday, man. So we just gonna be rambling and rolling today. Rambling and rolling, falling in and out of subjects, things of that nature. Um, where do I want to start? Where do I want to start? I ain't even got all my assets ready. That's how we just gonna be rolling tonight. It's Friday, cuz we just gonna be rocking and rolling. All right. Where I want to go. Where I want to go. First, okay, let's talk about Avengers Doomsday. Let's talk about Avengers Doomsday. That first trailer, we know that it leaked online. It's attached to Avatar, Fire and Ash, but it did come out. So, Avatar, Fire and Ash officially came out yesterday. A lot of people want to see it. And the trailer that leaked online is the trailer, or the teaser. It's not even the trailer. The teaser that leaked online is the actual teaser. Just letting everybody know. But we know Chris Evans is, so that means Chris Evans is back, right? But you know, all y'all who want to show up to this with the shield in hand, y'all put that down. Just pump your brakes. Pump your brakes. He is not Captain America. He's Steve Rogers. We got to make that a known thing, okay? Because I don't want people to get upset. I don't want people to get upset talking about Captain Black Falcon is Captain America. Yes, Sam Wilson is Captain America. We get it. But Steve is back. And with Steve being back, you know damn well he is going to overshadow Black Captain of Falcon America, right? I mean, Black Falcon of Captain Falcon of Black America. Y'all know who I'm talking about. Y'all know who I'm talking about, man. So yeah, like I said, that teaser came. Steve Rogers will return. No captain, just Steve Rogers. Yada yada yada. What up? What up? Fun bot. What's good? What's good? Q was in the building. What up? What up? What up? JD Informant. What up? What is? What is? How y'all doing? How y'all doing, man? But now in this teaser, so like I said, it's official. He is now a dad. I don't know what is up with Marvel and making all the superheroes parents. I guess that is supposed to make I guess us relate, you know, as parents, I'm a parent. I guess it's trying to make me relate. Yes, but everybody's a parent. T'Challa died. He sired a bastard kid. Now, we know Tony died. He had a daughter before he passed. Now we got Steve with a kid. You know, sure, but yeah, he hugging a kid, man. Internet assumes that it's his and Peggy, from the timeline that he retired to. So we get Steve Rogers living his best retired life, drinking iced tea on a porch, just kicking it, right? Just kicking it. And Doctor Doom is about to just come in and ruin everything, right? Or at least that's what it seems like. That's what we're getting into. That seems like that's what we're getting into. Who is this? Where's the trailer? The trailer was attached to Avatar Fire and Ash, and you could just Google search it. The leak, well, I didn't show it, but it leaked. What was that, Monday? I want to say either Monday or Tuesday it leaked. So you should be able to just Google the trailer, and I'm pretty sure it's out there somewhere floating on the zeitgeist. Um, but they are tagging people with copyright strikes and having videos taken down. So I won't be showing the trailer, but it's not a trailer. It's just that teaser with Steve Rogers motorcycle pulling up to the yada the mean, putting his it ain't all that, man. It ain't. A matter of fact, a lot of people, uh, or from what I'm hearing, the people who did go see the trailer and before Avatar Ash and Fire didn't even really pay it no mind. Like it wasn't even really a thing. Nobody clapped. There was no oh shit Steve back. It wasn't no moment. You know what I'm saying? So from my understanding, there is no excitement surrounding that, and that's cool. Maybe it's not needed. They just trying to let you know, hey, these people are coming back. Could work. You know what I'm saying? But the trailer, it also features like a literal doomsday clock, like counting down. Now to the countdown, I want to say is to the actual um what release date for Doomsday. I want to say I think that's what it'll be. It'll be the release date for Doomsday. Um, which basically to be the countdown to the day Robert Downey Jr. actually takes to the screen. You know what I'm saying? And shows up as Doomsday. As Doomsday, as Doctor Doom. My bad. You know what I'm saying? So that'll be that. But let's get into this article real quick. Ty in the middle. What's up, Ty? What's good, bro? What's good? Had a little conversation with Ty earlier today. Y'all, if y'all are on Twitter, y'all go follow the guy Ty. Wild dude, wild dude. M. Fevel. What's up? What's up? What is up? But yeah, let's get into this article, man. You know how I do it. Get into this article. Yeah, this is it. All right. So since Doomsday, five big spoilers revealed by the first trailer. Spoilers abound after the first Avengers Doomsday trailer popped up online. Doomsday's first trailer has appeared online, revealing several big name spoilers for the 2026 movie. This first look at Marvel's Avengers movie has been quite the conversation. Started among MCU fans over the past few months. However, it's finally here. Doomsday debut trailer teaser leaked online ahead of its release, attached to the Avatar Fire and Ash, revealing some big secrets centered on the film. Like I said, it's attached to the Fire and Ash. According to recent reporters, the initial sneak peek is just the beginning for the 2026 Marvel team up. Insider suggested that Marvel Studios will debut 4 trailers for the new movies. For the new movie in the next month, each focused on a new character. That's what the speculation going into this. We already knew this, right? The first of these centered on Chris Evans, Steve Rogers, and a grand return to the franchise after presumably retiring at the end of Avengers Doomsday. The just over 1 minute long Doomsday trailer features several key moments centered on Evans' Star Spangled Man with the plan and the movie's multiversal plot overall. So tired of the multiverse, y'all. Letting you know. So tired of it. Doomsday is scheduled to release in theaters December 18, 2026. From Avengers Doomsday's directors Joe and Anthony Russo, the new film marks the return of Earth Mightiest heroes to the big screen. The latest chapter in first and multiverse saga, closing duology. will focus on the emergence of a new multiversal threat in Doctor Doom, played by Robert Downey Jr. himself, or RDJ. Every major spoiler in the Avengers Doomsday trailer. Steve Rogers is returning in Avengers Doomsday after months of dodging questions and outright denying his involvement in 2026 mega movie. Chris Evans can run no longer. The first Avengers Doomsday teaser put a spotlight back on Evans Steve Rogers as he appeared on screen in MCU for the first time since Avengers Endgame. The thing is, a lot of people have been seeing Chris Evans and he was looking the part. Looked like he had been in the gym. You know what I'm saying? Like, looked like he'd been juicing on that super soldier serum. So a lot of people was already speculating that he was going to be showing up in Doomsday anyway. You know what I mean? So, uh-oh. But y'all who've been watching Blues House for a while, man, y'all might see a familiar face. We got the homie, Kobe in the building. Where's my guy at?
What's good, people?
Kobe is in the building. What up, Kobe?
What's good, people?
Yeah,
What's going
man.
on, Blue?
I'm chilling, man. I'm chilling. I am chilling. Trying to get through this article. Let me see if I can rearrange this the right way. This damn new shit we got going on. Trash can dudes. Why don't do that? I don't know what's going on. We'll rock it this way.
All right.
Rock it this way. Where am I at? Jay said the article got it wrong. He appeared in Doomsday not as Steve Rogers, though. Not as Steve Rogers. Cole in the building. Been a minute, man.
It's been a minute.
Cole by his superstar, you know what I'm saying? Acting and stuff. He taking it, running with it,
man. Trying to do some stuff.
That's right. Let's get back into this article. It said rumors of Rogers' involvement in the movie's multiversal plot have been flying for quite some time, especially as fellow Marvel Studios vets, the Russo brothers and Robert Downey Jr. were confirmed to return for Doomsday, seeing as Evans, former Captain America, has gotten a trailer of his own. One can assume he is the key part of Doomsday's story. What you got to say on RDJ coming back and Chris Evans and all of this, the whole Doomsday situation? What you got to say on that?
Okay, so to start with the RDJ thing, I heard an interesting take on that. So I didn't know, and I don't know if you know this or not, but he actually auditioned for Doom in the 2000s Fantastic Four films. You know that?
Right. Yeah. He auditioned.
So I didn't know that. So
Feige.
Right. So I think that was kind of something that was always in the back pocket, and then Iron Man took off. You know what I'm saying? So the chance of him kind of doing Doom it got slimmer and slimmer until it kind of was a Hail Mary that they needed. You know, they know that they didn't like the whole last phase was just a total miss. Total misfire.
Yeah.
Right. So, and I know that they know that they had to bring, you know what I'm saying, not only casual fans back in, but they got to bring us. They had to figure out a way to get us talking again. So doing what they did and, you know what I'm saying, kind of leaving it to, yep, we casted RDJ. You know, that should have been something that should have been a surprise in my eyes.
I agree.
If they were going to do it, that should have been a surprise.
I agree.
You know what I'm saying? So I feel like it kind of was a little bit of a desperation move, but it was also a little bit to get us talking again. And it did. That's exactly what it did.
So you got us. You think the desperation move is working?
Yeah, I think it was a Hail Mary that they landed. And I think it's going to land in a bigger way because now it means something to Robert Downey Jr. as well.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
I called it the Doug Flutie Boston College Hail Mary. That's what I
yes,
called
sir.
It.
Yes.
This is if this don't work, if this blow up in their face, I would say that this is done. Like get Feige out of there. They're gonna have to restart, do everything,
reboot, and all that. The talks about that was crazy. And I think if they get this right, it'll only be like a soft reboot. It won't be like a total change like they said it was at first. But it'll be just a soft reboot. A lot of people will stay in place.
My thing is, it kind of undermines everything that we have watched the
Oh
past.
yeah. But
What
they
it is,
showed
3
you that they
years
don't
now.
care to do that. I mean, look at Deadpool and Wolverine, bro. Like, they showed you they don't care about legacy. This is about making money and selling tickets at this
Yeah.
point. Yeah.
Well, at this point, we're right. At this point, it's like they got to do that. Like,
Yeah,
but
they have
because
to.
let's
Fan
go back to
service
what
out the
we always
window
said
or
about them
whatever.
painting themselves in the corner. You know what I'm saying? They painted
Yep,
themselves in the
that's right.
corner. The only way they can get out now, they got to fight. They got to box whoever's standing in the way. They got to bump. You know what I'm saying? Hit them in the nose, run through them, whatever, and don't even care if they get paint on their feet because that's the right now. It ain't even about how I'm looking at it or how I'm looking at the way that they might be thinking about it. Is we're not if this movie is good or bad, it don't matter as long as it reaches this monetary threshold.
Yep,
You know what I'm saying?
that's
I don't
right.
necessarily because I don't think the movie's gonna be good because I think
I
it's all
think it's
over the
going to be too all over the place.
yeah. I think it's gonna be all over the place. So
Hmm.
you know that's what I think. But I do think it's gonna make a lot of money. Now I was arguing with a dude today in a space. He was telling me he threw around 2 billy. I was like 2 billy. I was like I said I don't want to have that conversation right now. I need to see what Avatar does.
Yeah,
Avatar to me is going to be the barometer for what's going to happen with these big budgeted films. You know what I'm saying?
no joke.
Because to me, the market reset and they reset it. And to me now, a big tentpole film is a 600 million is the new Billy. That's what I'm looking. That's
Yeah,
what I believe. 600, 700 million. That's the new Billy because like I was telling him, this is the in history. There's never been like billion-dollar movies just left and right. You know
no,
what I'm saying? This shit is unprecedented. The way we just been getting billion-dollar movies, and I'm like now with the way people's pockets is real. You know, on Ozempic the way that they are. Nah,
right.
it's he brought up China, and I'm like, I don't know if China want to play. China don't have to play ball. You know what I'm saying?
No,
I don't know if this is going to China or not. I know they say China is that market that they're going to look for to get to that Billy, but China ain't got to play ball if they don't want to,
no,
and
they
I don't
don't.
know if they are when it comes to this. I think they did play ball with Zootopia. I think they did.
Right.
I could be wrong,
They didn't show up for Fantastic Four at
but
all.
no, they didn't. So I don't know. We'll see, man. Let me get back into this article. It says
Okay.
Steve Rogers has a kid. One of the biggest revelations from the initial Doomsday tease was not that Chris Evans was back as Steve Rogers, but rather that Steve seems to have a kid now. Evans' MCU hero can be seen embracing the youngster toward the end of the shot. It is assumed the baby Stephen Peggy's and is the result of the character traveling back in time to be with his one true love. If rumors are true, Doomsday is all about Doom hunting down out of their timeline variant. Steve may have to say goodbye to this tranquil life in order to save the multiverse. And I hate that because we already get that with the TVA anyway. You
Right.
know what I'm saying? Like, so I hope that that's not it because that'll just be a redundant storyline.
They
Doom
just keep
hunting.
using the TVA as a band aid. When they
Yeah,
know they
like,
got a screwed up timeline, the TVA comes in right as a band aid. Right.
right. Yeah, yeah. So I don't like that as a storyline. I've heard that the kids actually get aged up. I'm hearing this, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm hearing a lot of stuff and to me just sounds cringy. You know
Yep.
what I mean? So I don't. That's why I said I don't know if this is gonna be a good movie. Will it make the money? It probably will make the money.
Yeah.
Is it a good movie though? I don't know.
I think visually, we gonna have to see something that it's got to be the most visually beautiful movie we've ever seen out of
Mhm.
Marvel, and like it's got to blow Endgame and Infinity War out of the water as far as visuals. That I mean, that's gonna be part of it, and like I guess the way that they're marketing now with the leaks and all that stuff, that fringe marketing like we talked about before. I
Yeah.
mean, they're doing it with Spider-Man and they did it with No Way Home. That's just the
Mhm.
way movies are marketed nowadays. It's not, what I'm saying? The hype is built through us, through YouTube, what I'm saying? Through Instagram and TikTok. That's how the hype is built now. So with all the trailers leaking and all that stuff, I think that all of that is to throw the scent off because we did see some stuff that was true.
Yeah.
And now they got all kinds of stuff going on out there that, what I'm saying? If it's going to leak, we're going to leak it, I think that's the mentality they have now.
They just got to, it's but it is desperation. Like that's all it
Yes.
is. Like right now, it's just desperation. We're gonna claw at every wall that we can, throw it at every wall that we can. Hopefully, something gets stuck and is sticky. But even relying on us is a Hail Mary. Is like how reliable are we still to to the general public, us as YouTubers? You know what I'm saying? Like because yeah, we like you said, getting us back. You do need to get us back, but has the
Yes.
general public moved on? Because that's the big thing. We'll show up. We can get it to 300 million, right? You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? The fans who we can get it to 300 million, but we need the general public. You know what I'm saying? We
Yes.
need them to make the movie successful. And I think that's what we've been seeing. We've been seeing us show up. Captain America, we showed up. You know what I'm saying? Thunderbolts, we showed up.
Yep.
Uh Fantastic Four, we showed up, but that
We
wasn't
showed up.
enough. That wasn't enough.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Have the general public moved away from Marvel and you seeing a little bit more going towards the DC side. Not all the way. Not gonna say the DC is just online and
Right.
finna just hit Marvel in the head and you know what I'm saying, stuff like that. But
They did sneak them though.
they I mean I called it. I said Superman would be the better out of for that, you know what I'm saying, for the summer, for this past summer, out of
Right.
Fantastic Four. And I called that because
Yeah.
Fantastic Four is just not, for one thing, it's not that. You know what I'm saying? It's
Nah.
not that. It's like
No.
Superman is a heavyweight, Fantastic Four is middleweight or something like that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
You
Like,
gotta like the Fantastic Four.
yeah, you gotta
They're not a
like,
mainstay, right? They're not
we throw that
Spider-Man. They're
Superman
not
signal
the
up
X-Men.
anywhere.
You know what I'm saying? Right.
Right.
No.
It's just not that. So but yeah, let me get back into this.
Okay.
Steve has hung up the Captain America mantle. Captain America no more is probably what Chris Evans, Steve Rogers said as he hung up the Cap mantle in the time between Endgame and Doomsday. The Doomsday trailer confirmed that the character is no longer carrying the Captain America torch, even though he still seems to have his super suit at the ready. One of the most significant moments of the new teaser came when Steve closed the drawer on his Star Spangled outfit, signifying that he has 100% left that part of his life behind. Luckily, there's still a Captain America to keep the multiverse safe, and Anthony Mackie's Sam Wilson. He just happened to be in a different reality from Steve. What got me with this trailer, like, so has he been doing superhero stuff though? Like, has he been doing superhero shit? Because he puts that away and then he's holding the baby. So that baby,
Right.
at least for 9 months, had to gestate, and the baby looked a couple months old. So between conception of the baby and now, he's just not putting the suit away. Has he been throwing the shield around or out there slapping people upside the head and running away? You know what
Right.
I'm saying? What has he been doing, and why is he just not putting the suit up? You feel me?
Right.
It's gonna be a lot of
Exposition.
man. They better have a lot of exposition because it's
They're
gonna
gonna
be so
have
many
to.
holes.
Right.
It's gonna be so
I mean,
many,
there's a
and
lot of holes that they open up by bringing. Yeah.
all of this. Do you know how long this movie is probably gonna have to be? This gonna have to be a long ass movie, man.
I already said 315, so
It's gonna have to
I
be a
said at least
long ass movie, man.
315. Yeah.
Man, it's going to be a long move because they got some. It's an uphill battle that they got to do, man. They got some
Yep.
explaining to do. They really do. Let me get to these chats real quick.
Cool.
Jay says, so do you think folks hard critic and critical drinker negate y'all effort to get viewers out? That's a good question. That is a good.
Yeah.
I don't know how much sway that they really have. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like I don't
Now
know how
I'm in
much
the
sway
fandom.
critical drinker really has to general public, to the GP.
Right.
Like maybe to the actual fandom. Yeah, but I don't think the general public is swayed by critical drink because they be whining. You know what I'm saying? It just sound like whining. I don't think nobody likes whining.
But I think the GP doesn't care so much. The GP is not us here on YouTube that watch every video, every theory we know. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
The GP doesn't care like that. So
Yeah.
I think that when you got those big YouTubers like the ones you're talking about, I feel like if the GP doesn't catch their videos on like TikTok or something like that, it bypasses them totally. They don't care. A lot of them don't care about the story. They just want to see the movie because it's characters they know. And I think that's why you know, they're marketing Steve now. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think that's why you're seeing these the legacy characters come in, is because they're trying to pull people back in.
Right.
That's why you're seeing this stuff right now. Like we said, it's desperation. You know, the YouTubers are doing their part just by talking about it and keeping it trending. So
Yeah.
even if it's bad publicity from these YouTubers, it's still trending.
Yeah. No doubt on that. No doubt.
Mm.
Say Steve might be taking up a new superhero name. With Captain America now in the review for Steve Rogers, he will take on a new superhero name in Avengers Doomsday.
He could be Nomad. I'm okay with that.
Yeah, he could be Nomad. No, this does not mean Steve would don a long-awaited Nomad superhero moniker in the film. At least to start, he is going for something much simpler, confirmed by the Will Return stinger at the end of the teaser. Evans' character will be known as Steve Rogers in the new film. Steve Rogers will return to Avengers Doomsday. The trailer tease not mentioning his former Captain America alter ego in any way. I could see him putting Shield back together and being what was he? Was he Colonel Rogers, Captain Rogers when he was old man Steve? You know, he just had
Old
on
man Steve, yeah.
the black Shield uniform or whatever. I can see that being the moniker that he takes going forward. Matter of fact, let me ask you this. We got these two movies, Doomsday, Secret Wars.
Right.
Do they keep Chris Evans? Do they keep Chris? Because I think they didn't learn the first time, right? They did what they did, which I think was a perfect way to send these people off, but they didn't know how to get the next phase up and running without the big three. So they only had the big one, which was Thor running around doing what he was doing. Then they fucked his movie all the way up. With
yeah, oh yeah, they yeah.
You know, so basically you didn't have the big three because that Thor was a blunder. So they didn't learn that, and now I don't think they're learning now by even bringing RDJ and Steve and all them. This desperation move is temporary. So now going into this next phase of things, whether you do because what you're gonna do, X-Men, Fantastic Four, because that's who you are trying to prop up.
Yep.
You're doing that by bringing the old guard back. Though. You're not giving, you know what I'm saying? Like once you kill off this new world and reboot, is the general public gonna be like, damn, I want what's his name, Marston back as Cyclops. You know, I want more Hugh Jackman. I want, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's like they're instead of, and I say this a lot, Hollywood or these companies have forgot how to control the narrative. You know what I'm saying? Like they don't know how to control the people no more. And I think it's because a lot of these big corporations, these big companies, you know, they're not leading from the heart and from the mind. They're leading from the analytical standpoint.
Right, from data.
You know what I'm saying? And data ain't always true. I hate to say it. Data's not always true because it's a lot of underlining things that could be, or they might only be looking at one strip of data. They're not taking into account everything else. So my question is, what's the line that they're drawing when bringing people back, and are they keeping them? Are they going to toss them? Because we bring RDJ back, Hail Mary, boom. But do we need RDJ to go forward? Do we need Chris Evans to go forward? Do we need Chris Helmsworth? You know what I'm saying? Like, do we need these OGs to go forward into or I guess that'd be 2029, I guess. Do we need them to go forward? You see what I'm saying?
Well, who's their stars though?
That's what I'm saying.
At this point. No, what I'm saying is that who are they propping up? Because the only characters that you've seen more than once, like, and there's only been like a handful. You see Yelena more than once.
Right.
You see Shuri more than once. But I don't think those are characters they're going to prop up going forward. Yeah, Yelena might fall into the Black Widow role. You know what I'm saying? Shuri will be the Black Panther for now. You know what I'm saying? So, but going forward, they haven't put anybody up in front that they're going to prop up. I mean, they've been putting, you know what I'm saying, Anthony Mackie up. And Anthony Mackie's not a young guy, but he's not old either. You know what I'm saying? I guess his roles aren't that demanding that he can't, you know what I'm saying? But they're not propping him up for the future. He will be one of the first ones, I think, that'll just, you know what I'm saying, either be sacrificed in one of these movies or just get recasted and they totally do something different with the character. Because you're not going to see Sam Wilson, Captain America, in past this.
Nah,
you know what I'm saying? No, I think that's done after this.
Nah. Black.
But I think that's
Captain Falcon, Black America is toast after this. He's
that's a wrap. You know what I'm saying? I think Shuri Black Panther is a wrap after this. So the point I'm making
but that's the bad thing about it, because they treated those characters, instead of developing those characters as their own individual, they brought them in as replacements.
They just threw them in there, right? No build up, no nothing.
Yeah, because it was like, oh, okay, the mantle of character, and it's like, nah, because T'Challa meant something. T'Challa as himself meant something.
Not the whole build up,
Black Panther, not the mantle of Black Panther, but the character of T'Challa.
Exactly, because he had time to have an arc.
Right.
None of these characters have had an arc. None of them, except for Yelena. She's the only one that's had a character arc.
She's gonna be the one going forward that they
try. I think she'll be the Black Widow going forward.
You know what I'm saying? Sam been with us for a while. We still really don't know nothing about Sam. We don't know too much. We know he can't get along,
right?
And he got a sister that live in Louisiana,
right? We know that now. But if you didn't watch fucking The Winter Soldier, you know nothing about that.
You don't know nothing. You know what I'm saying? And I always said, well, what's his real motivation other than he ran into damn Captain America while running? What's his real? If he stood next to everybody in the Avengers, looked to his left, look to his right, I would say, Sam, why are you showing up? Like, why are you here?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying that because I got the damn shirt on. I got the, you know what I'm saying? I like Sam as Falcon, but I'm still asking, why are you showing? You got Thor as a guy, you got the Hulk, I got a super spy, I got a super soldier, I got a dude who can shoot arrows backwards while underwater. What do you do that I really need? You know what I'm saying? Like, at the end of the day, I got Iron Man over here, he fly. Like, what? I got a super soldier. Why are you showing up, man? Any one of them could whoop your ass. You know what I'm saying?
At any time.
At any time. So what? Now, and it's like also too, yes, please hit that like button. Please hit that like button. Also, it's like they gave Sam, now they turned him to Iron Man with the vibranium suit because they had to give him some type of
that's such a cop out. That Wakanda just throws vibranium around like that. That's such a cop out.
Sam, take the vibranium suit. But they had to do it because look to your left, Sam ain't got, what is Sam?
Ain't got, right.
What is, you know what I'm saying? He don't do nothing. What is he? At the end of the day, they didn't take the opportunity to make Falcon cool. He should have had government backing as the Falcon.
Oh, right.
Wakanda. Let the who he works for back him. You know what I'm saying? Come up with some dope stuff that works for the Falcon. Not let me go turn you into Wakandan Iron Man, because that's all they basically did. They turned him into Wakandan Iron Man. You know what I'm saying? Like, I would have liked for even, they did it a little bit, make him more into, since they didn't give him the powers, make him be more into droning, scouting, you know what I'm saying, and doing some dope stuff with Red Wing and all of that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
They had him work in tandem with Red Wing a little bit, but that should be how Mr. Terrific got his T-spheres and he can move in concert. He should be, I got the, drones in the sky, like that shit is ingrained in me. I can control that stuff damn near telepathically, since I don't have the mutant power that I have in the comics. Figure out a way to do that to where I'm using that for real, and it'll give Sam some type of coolness, because he just ain't cool in this.
No, he's a square, straight up square.
Cool. Nothing about him is cool. You know what I'm saying?
Captain America with no super soldier serum.
Yeah, like,
that's not Captain America, dog. Like,
And they tried to give him a little training montage on how to throw the shield and stuff, but he just, every time I say, I'm like, come on, man, y'all know
Right.
this ain't how I go down. Y'all know that, man.
Yep.
But it is what it is, man.
It is what it is.
It is what it is. Say the doomsday clock, tick tock, tick tock. Avengers Doomsday clock is ticking both literally and figuratively. Yes, the first official Doomsday tease ended with a literal Doomsday clock counting down to some undisclosed date in 2026, which I speculate to be the date that the movie's coming out. This could potentially hint at the use of the Doomsday clock as a narrative device in the upcoming film, counting down the end of the multiverse and impending incursion or Doctor Doom's arrival. Showing this on screen throughout the upcoming blockbuster could be a stellar way to create a feeling of tension amongst audience members. I don't think people even probably registered that Doomsday clock. Like, you know
No.
what I'm saying? They probably was like, when is Avatar coming on? You know what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
can we just get to this damn movie? I'm gonna already be here for damn 3 hours watching Avatar anyway. Now y'all playing me this. Can we
Now you
just
throw
get
the clock up front, man. Come on.
yeah,
Yeah.
come on, man. Do you think this marketing is gonna work for Marvel?
To a certain extent, yes.
Mm.
Yep. I mean, like I said, the baseline is what they did with No Way Home. That's the baseline because that's where this type of marketing started. The leaks and the fringe and all the fake stuff that was thrown around and it turned out to be real. Yeah, that's where all this fringe marketing started. So that's the baseline. So it works to a certain extent, but I think in order to get the general population in, like people that's not us, it's gotta be. They gotta put it in their face a lot. I mean, think about why they're using Avatar now. You know what I'm saying, to promote this trailer.
Right.
Avatar it's a whole different fan base. You know, if
But
you
that's
remember,
what I'm saying, like,
but
are the Avatar people or the Marvel people though? Are they one and the
I wouldn't
same?
say so much because at the same time, you remember when they were competing?
Yeah.
They were both owned by Disney, but they were both which one was going to break $2 billion first? You know what I'm saying? So I look at that like they might have some of the same fan base, but it's not everybody.
It's not everybody. Yeah,
It's not everybody because I know people that watch Avatar that don't care for the Marvel movies at all.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I don't really care for Avatar. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not, like I said, so I think it'll work to a certain extent. But I think it's going to do the numbers they wanted to do? No. No. No movie's going to do that.
Yeah, I don't think so neither. Q says no serum, pushes his body to the limit, uses his brain. Sam Cap equals Batman.
With less funding, like you just said.
Yeah, well now he's he got his own little spot. Him and the Falcon, the other Falcon, that's Snow Falcon. You know what I'm saying? They kicking it in the birdhouse or whatever the hell you want to call that. But yeah, he still ain't got. He should have. I ain't gonna say he should have unlimited budget, but whatever prototype
he should have some
should be coming his way. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, he should be whatever the highest paid government employee, GS 15, I think 14, 15. Let him get paid that, right?
Yep.
Because and then let him get all the tech that they come, you know what I'm saying? All the prototype stuff.
Yeah.
Just come on, man. Like, and do some cool stuff with him. I want to see Cap. I ain't finna call him Cap because I want to see Sam win. I can't give him Cap. I want to see Sam win. I want to see him win. I would like to see his character win, man. Sam is a counselor. He can talk you off the ledge.
Yeah.
But they hardly even really use that. But that's what I'm saying. You get into some background when it comes to Sam. You know what I'm saying? Like, give me some real counselor stuff. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. They could have gave him his comic powers. They could have, but they chose not to.
Still could, but
they chose not to. I wouldn't mind seeing, or maybe we get a multiversal Sam who can do that.
That's what I'm saying. We get a variant
who actually talk to birds. Maybe they do that. Maybe they do that. All
with
right,
the
man.
suit and all. Yeah.
Yeah, with the suit, all of that. All of that, man. But let's keep this thing moving, man. Let's keep this thing moving. Sadie Sink, Sadie Sink, Sadie Sink. Spider-Man Brand New Day. We know Sadie Sink, Max from Stranger Things is in the movie, but a lot of people don't know who she is. So we are on the speculation train. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
For months, everybody has screamed Jean Grey, Firestar. That's what I've been screaming. I think that'd be dope if she was Firestar.
Yeah.
You know, red hair and everything like that. So, but other people got theories. You know what I'm saying? Big theory is that she is playing Typhoid Mary. Now, once I heard that theory, I said that makes way more sense than Shathra.
Then Shathra. I thought this right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm like, Shathra? What? What?
Right.
Like,
Where
y'all
did
don't
that
want
even
this movie
come
to work.
from? Like,
Yeah,
yeah.
like
Like this, I could see it if they was gonna tie into the Madam Web and all that with the totems and all.
right.
I could see
Yeah,
that,
that's
but no, like
I said Shathra, but you got Punisher, Daredevil, and the Hulk in this, right? But we're gonna use Shathra.
right.
Get out of here, man.
No,
So when
we're not
I
doing
heard
that. That
Typhoid Mary, I said,
that
there
could
we
make
go.
sense.
That way makes way
I
more
just
sense.
don't buy the Jean Grey thing that everybody keeps saying.
I had
Why?
I like the Jean Grey thing only because of we're dealing with Jean would be to me would be probably the only person who can make people remember who Peter was. You know what I'm saying? So
Okay.
I started going that route. I'm Jean Grey is a reach because I was also like, why introduce a vital part of the X-Men, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
This early when you're also giving us the Fox X-Men in the in Avengers Doomsday. So I was
Right.
like, I'm a jump off the Jean Grey train. Firestar was always a big reach, but what it seems like Jean Grey, Firestar, or Typhoid Mary seems like mutant is what they're pushing. So
For sure.
Jean is a mutant, Firestar is a mutant, Typhoid Mary is a mutant. So I like the Typhoid Mary
That
theory.
is interesting. I haven't heard that one, but that is interesting.
Yeah,
And it puts a
Typhoid
lot of
Mary,
things in perspective. Yeah.
a lot of stuff in perspective. For those that don't know, Typhoid Mary, she has split personalities. What it is, DID, dissociative. What does that stand for?
Yep.
Dissociative identity disorder. She's an assassin. She's a mutant. She has telekinesis. She has pyrokinesis, and she used to date. And this is why I said this makes more sense. She used to date Daredevil. You know what I'm saying? She's one of Daredevil's. She's in his rogue gallery. So,
Yep.
um, you got Matt Murdock in this. You got Punisher in this, Frank Castle, and you got the Hulk in this. Now, why is the Hulk in this? I don't know, but he's in it. Why not? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
They got to use him somewhere. I think Punisher and Daredevil alone would be enough to have them in this. You know, but so they with the theory, the evidence that they give, they say Sadie was seen on set in military gear. And if you know who Typhoid Mary is, she's normally in some type of military looking type gear because she is an assassin in the force or whatever.
Hmm.
That trailer shows mind bending hallucinations. That's Mary's bread and butter. We know that, like I said, Mary does the hallucination thing as Daredevil. And Sadie herself teased that her character is a shapeshifter in the comics. When Mary switches personalities, her physical appearance can change. So it's a lot with this might be Typhoid, and it just like I said, Typhoid Mary lines up with how this movie is.
Yeah. It sure
So,
does.
with everything going on from what I've been hearing, uh, with this movie. So I think Typhoid Mary makes all the sense in the world. What,
I mean, to
what you
think
got for
about
me?
it like this, um, when it first dropped, we heard that you were getting a lot of the vigilante like
Right.
rogues gallery. You heard that, you know what I'm saying? Now if the timeline's correct,
Hmm.
then Fisk is the mayor.
Yep.
So
Who married Typhoid Mary in the comics just recently?
right.
If they just pulling from that, like everything lines up for. Go ahead.
It
My
sure
bad. I didn't mean to
does.
cut
It
you off.
does.
I didn't mean to cut you off.
It does. It does. Another thing that I'm interested in with this movie is the damage control aspect of it. This is also why I don't think it's Jean. I think damage control is trying to round up all mutants, metahumans, whatever you want to call them. You know what I'm saying? And whether these people are vigilantes or not, I think all of them finna be rounded up. I think that's the goal of even introducing damage control in this film.
Okay. I mean, and even with damage control, like everything is showing street level. Like
Right.
Shatra is not street level whatsoever. We're
No.
going into the whole mystic totems and all. Like everything is lining up to be Punisher is street level, Daredevil street level,
Right.
Hope, I guess you could say, is street level too. Spider-Man street level, damage control, that's some street level stuff. Like
Yeah.
everything is New York street level. You know what I'm saying? All of that. So to me, it's just lining up to be Typhoid Mary.
Right.
And I like that. Typhoid Mary just makes sense. Firestar, I was looking at Firestar for like the whole Spidey and Friends, you know what I'm saying? Like, but then if she's being the villain, well, Firestar is, she's not a villain, but she's been vilified over the years, you know what I'm saying? When they do use her in the comics, you know what I'm saying? So
Right.
she can come in like that. I see a lot of people say Mayday Parker. I don't think they would go Mayday Parker. I wouldn't mad at a Mayday Parker, but to me that would be kind of like an in and out type of situation, different universe.
Right.
But from my understanding, they're trying to get away from the whole multiverse thing
because it's too convoluted.
You know what I'm saying? So if they're trying to get away from it, why are we getting Shatter? Shatter is a interdimensional being, so to speak. You know what I'm saying? Like, might not necessarily be multiverse, but it's dealing with a different universe. You know what I'm saying? So, I don't know, man. I don't know. Like
Go
I
back
said,
to the article. Yeah, let's see what we got next. Yeah.
I'm going to the article. Let me share it. They say what we know about Sadie Sink and Spider-Man Brand New Day says first thing we usually look at when trying to decipher a character is their appearance. The look can be a strong indicator that the character Sadie Sink is portraying. And from what we can tell, the character Sink's ginger hair, wears a yellow jacket, a military camo outfit, pants, and combat boots, as confirmed by pictures of Sink on set. Let me pull up Typhoid. See if anything looks similar to that. What they say, yellow and cargo.
Yellow jacket, cargo. Yeah, cargo pants, probably. Combat boots.
She got too many costumes to really like go on one. I guess the most one that she always have is the like the pink shirt with the fishnet pants or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But I can see them most definitely switching to like some cargos. Trying to find what it looks. There is one, but it's like black leather. I can see them switching it up though.
Okay.
As he says, now this look could point toward a more human or grounded character with some sort of military or combat expertise rather than a multiversal threat. Still, it could also be a very elaborate ruse by a villain, so we can't base it on looks alone. We need to solve this much debated. The second thing we need to look at is when we have been informed about is reliable scoopers and outlets. The first instinctive detail we had was that Sadie would be an ally, given her on-screen presence as Max Mayfield in Stranger Things, but that may not necessarily be the case. According to her casting list description, she is a sharp and free-spirited woman with a mysterious past who is strong-willed, intelligent, and not easily intimidated. Sharp and free-spirited woman sound like Typhoid Mary.
Yep.
Sound a little typhoidish. And given the recent trailer leak, it's clear that she is no joke. But it also gives us a massive clue about her character. She's not necessarily on Peter's side, but it doesn't seem to be a full-blown antagonist either. given that she's currently under the watchful eye of John Bernthal's Punisher in the movie. See, so Shatner wants to kill Peter because he's a spider totem, and she killed. You know what I'm saying? So she wouldn't be allying with him. So says her character at the very least seems complex, and a very complex character is on the run from the Department of Damage Control. Where they say Tremor Tillman will be portraying the new head of DODC and will appear in Spider-Man Brand New Day, intended to capture Sadie Sink's character because they believe that she is a mutant, or at the very least someone who with unchecked power.
I have a theory about that.
But to me that lets me know who we dealing with. They believe she's a mutant. For them to even throw that word around.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We dealing with a mutant. We dealing with Typhoid Mary. It's Typhoid. Speaking of powers, Reacher reports have pointed toward her being a shapeshifter, and something interesting to note is that in an interview with EW, Sink herself said a lot of people forget that hair color can change when asked about her role in Spider-Man Brand New Day. Many people saw that as a reference to her hair color, but maybe she is slightly referring to the shapeshifter role. In addition to that, there are reports of a female villain being attached to this movie, and one that could reportedly control the minds of multiple people at the same time. Not to mention that, given the scenes from the recently leaked trailer, there seems to be a lot of trippy mind-bending effects at play here. Very Doctor Strange coded, if you ask me, except Doctor Strange won't be in this movie. And I can confirm that there'll be hallucination-type sequences in this movie involving multiple characters, not just Peter. So there's a lot going on, and judging by the dumpster fire leads and rumors over Sadie Sink's role in the last few months, trying to pinpoint one single character might seem troublesome. They're going to say Sadie Sink could be portraying Mary Alice Walker, aka Typhoid Mary. Probably not the character you guys are expecting. Let me give you guys a quick rundown. Walker was introduced in the comics in 1988 as a complex character from the Get Up. Due to her troubled past of childhood abuse, resulted in Mary developing alternate personalities through her dissociative identity disorder. Moreover, due to the deep psychological strain of her past abuse at the hands of her father, Mary's alter was able to awaken her latent psionic abilities, which were later revealed to be of a mutant nature. As time went on, she developed telekinesis and telepathic abilities, as well as her prowess of martial arts and close hand-to-hand combat. She became a notorious street assassin who caught the Kingpin's attention and became one of his most essential enforcers. She had run-ins with the likes of Daredevil and Spider-Man. She had a complex relationship with Daredevil, which eventually led to her becoming the Hand's temporary leader. And we get the Hand in this.
Boom. Yeah, that's it right there.
We get the Hand in this.
Right.
Became the leader during Shadowlands comic event. So this is her right here to the right. And when I think of Six the Truth, what up, Six? Six in the building. Six in the building. When I think of, they talk about shape shifting, she has psionic abilities. So what if it's not that she's shape shifting, she's just making you see her differently?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? If she's making you see her differently, it could be of a shape shifting nature. Maybe that's it. How old is Sadie Sink? She just looks so young, you know. And then when I
20s,
think
I
of
would say,
Typhoid
yeah,
Mary,
like early 20s,
yeah,
maybe
okay.
22, yeah.
Long as she, because when I think of Typhoid Mary, I just think like, hate to say it, prostitute. You know what I'm saying?
True.
and I just, you know what I'm saying, that's just my mind. That's why I was like, well, how old is she? They say the evidence supporting Sink as Typhoid is multiple boxes. First, her appearance similar to Sadie Sink's unknown character in the movie, red hair, similar bangs, military combat uniform. Mary's classification as a mutant in the comics, coincidentally referred to as a mutant zero following the events of House of M, falls in line with supposed mutant nature Sink's unknown character in the movie, and supports the premise of DODC going after her because of her apparent mutant nature. Thirdly, her psionic powers match the apparent mind control sequences that we see in the movie. See that what I'm saying? On multiple guards at one point being influenced by an apparent unknown force, and seeing how in the leaked trailer Sadie's character approaches these guards with open arms. Unarmed makes me, and you know what too? Maybe that's the reason why everybody kept saying Jean Grey. Because of the mind control powers that, you know what I'm saying? Maybe that's the reason why they kept pushing the Jean Grey narrative. Not just the red hair, but the power set. So if I'm watching,
right.
if I'm watching that on set, I'm like, okay, it's this Jean. It's this Jean. It's got to be Jean Grey. So
right.
additionally, It could explain why Punisher is helping her and why Punisher later tries to kill Banner. Not to mention, we also see Peter Parker go through some psychedelic hallucination sequences in the trailer, as well as reports of other characters that will undergo these hallucinations, which could very well be the work of Sadie's character if she is indeed Typhoid Mary. I'm convinced, man. They got me.
Yeah, I think that's a good one to co-sign.
Yeah, they got me. Man. I ain't know it was that small for y'all. Y'all can't read that. But yeah, they got me, man. And so as far as the shapeshifter portion of her skill set, it also fits with Typhoid Mary, given Mary's diagnosis of DID in the comics. Whenever Mary Walker shifted into her Typhoid Mary alter, her appearance would physically transform, will have her face transforming into a pale hue, and her hair and physique changing as well. It's very much reflective of individuals who have DID, although quite exaggerated. It also slightly connects to Sadie's previous remarks about her changing hair. See, like it's
Right.
fitting. It's fitting.
It fits.
It's fitting. It's fitting. It's fitting. Yeah. Andre Ware, what up? What up? What up? What up?
What's good?
Typhoid Mary, man. My money's on that.
It fits.
My money's on
I
Typhoid.
didn't even think about that till you said that, and as soon as you said it, like the buzzer started going off. I was like, "Oh man, that might be it."
It fits. And I'm just peeking in this because I haven't read this article. It just made me think. Bruce Banner also has a dissociative disorder.
Yep.
Maybe she goes to Banner to try to, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Fix herself, and then some other things happen. Who knows? Or maybe she was going to them. The gamma radiation might have kicked up her mutant gene and made her now. They can play with it.
They can play with it.
I'm
The
more
origin
interested in
for
this
sure.
movie than Doomsday. I'm just letting everybody know. This movie sounds intriguing.
Yes, it does.
This movie sounds good. This movie sounds good. Dre, what up? Dre, you want to get on the stream, man? You want to hop in? If you want to hop in, let me know. But yeah, this movie sounds intriguing, man. This sounds like something I want to see.
It could be that John, right?
Yeah, Doomsday, I don't know so much. Doomsday seems like
just seems way too convoluted. Like it's gonna have so many moving pieces that if you miss one thing, the whole story derails.
Yeah, and the crazy thing is, it's stuff in this that it's a lot in this too. But at the same time, it seemed like they got direction on what they want to do. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And it's Spider-Man. I'm sorry, y'all see who?
They got to come correct.
It's Spider-Man.
They got to come correct. They know they can't put out a half-ass Spider-Man movie.
Put out a half-ass Spider-Man movie. This sounds like this could be it though.
Oh yeah.
Sounds like this could be it, man. Like I said, I'm intrigued by it. Doomsday can kick rocks for me, right? Until I see more, hear more from it. Doomsday just ain't hitting the way this hitting for me. This sounds dope.
It does. And then like you got like Tremel Tillman's character, who is real secretive too. Yeah. And I feel like that's a big deal too. His character, I think, is going to be a big deal. I don't think it's a one and done.
No, I don't think it's a one and done. Like going forward. But see, that's what I hate. That's the reboot is what's making me mad.
Yeah,
right.
I agree.
That's what's making me mad because you start, like you said, Tremel Tillman's character. If he is a big deal, if he can be like big bad street level, you know what I'm saying, staying in the spotlight. He's not a one and done. We get him, Wilson Fisk, because I said they can take the Spider-Man stuff and really go with it. I always bring up Gang War. You know, that storyline. Wilson Fisk, we bring Luke Cage into the building. You know, all of that. The different gangs, like we got Typhoid Mary, who was on
Tombstone, right?
Tombstone, like it's a lot that they can be doing to flesh out, you know, Spidey's future going forward. But if we're doing a reboot, what does that mean for Spidey? What if they reboot this? Do we keep Spidey's stuff going? Is that maybe that's the reason why they said, you know what, we did the whole everybody forget Spider-Man. Maybe that was their soft reboot for Spider-Man going forward.
Maybe it was, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Hey, everybody forget, and then we just go this way, go the whole.
Because if you think about it, in every other Spider-Man's trilogy we got, by this point, it's a recast and it's a reboot.
Right, it's a recast, reboot. Right.
Yep. So I mean, it makes sense.
and I think Spidey works better in his world, because Spidey wasn't an Avenger until what, 2002 or something.
Later.
Like, yeah, like he was never an Avenger. Spidey been around since the 60s.
Yeah.
Since the 60s.
My
He
man was
just
friendly
joined the
neighborhood
team.
Spider-Man up
Yeah,
until
he just
up
joined the
until then.
team. You know what I mean? So trying to make him an Avenger, you don't have to even do that because he's got so much story.
Right.
Without him even dealing with the Avengers like that. So I don't know. Rain says Tillman ain't a big deal to his understanding.
I don't know.
Maybe that, and I guess what me and Kobe is saying, he don't have to be a big deal right here, but he don't have to die. He can end up being a big deal. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I think he's a big character that might not be that big in this movie, but going forward, he might be.
Right. He could be. He could be. Let me see. Q says, will Tom have Toby like Natural Webs?
No, they're not gonna do that. They're not gonna retcon. Because the fact that they acknowledged it in No Way Home, they're not gonna retcon that.
Yeah.
They're not gonna do the Man Spider or any of that. They're
Yeah.
not gonna do that on screen, man. Yeah, no.
That's what I was about to say. That didn't even go off well because when the movie came out, they did it into the comics and people didn't like making him have natural web, you know what I'm saying, in the comics. I don't think he should have him anyway. Right?
Nope.
That was one of the flaws that I didn't like in the Tobey Maguire movies was that he had natural web shooters. Peter's whole thing is being innovative and thinking on the fly and coming up with stuff as he's, doing stuff. He's like the opposite of Batman. Batman is all about planning. You know what I'm saying? Spider-Man is on the fly. So him having to come up with something so he can move around, that was like on some, oh shit, how can I get around the city type stuff? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So he developed the web shooters. Even when he's talking, that's on the fly. That's to get you off your game. He always constantly talking to you and
quipping
and
quippy,
making
right?
jokes.
Yeah.
That's to get you off your game. That's on the fly type maneuvers and stuff, So Rain says, unless the mutant task force becomes a thing, right? I agree. Post Secret War. But I think that's what and I'm glad you said that, Rain, because that makes all the sense of the world. If DODC has this mutant task force part of damage control, Marvel is going into mutant world. That's what, hopefully the next phase is X-Men and mutants and stuff like that. Then it will only make sense to DODC, Bolivar Trask, and all of these people, Sentinels, and you know what I'm saying? So they have to start building that up somewhere. What better way than to set some groundwork right now with damage control? You know what I'm saying? With the department. What if Bolivar Trask, he is he's contracted by damage control to build Sentinels to look for mutants and stuff, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's they can play with
it.
It
can be worked.
It can work. The thing is, do they want it to work? Marvel is hard headed, man. Feige hard headed.
Yeah, they are. Oh my goodness.
They don't like layups. They don't like layups and alley oops. They like Hail Marys better. They like Hail Marys. They like
running it to the end of the game. They like the fadeaway jump shot at the end of the game, right?
They want to do everything hard, man. They want to do everything hard. Everything they want to do hard. So I don't know. I do not know. Andre says, so the Fox X-Men should be finished after Secret Wars. I'm hoping. I thought they was finished before.
Yeah, I think a lot of them finna kick it in Doomsday.
Yeah. Or get whatever farewell they supposed to get and ride off into the,
sunset. Yeah.
Sunset. Except Hugh Jackman, who they won't let retire. Yeah, they need to just let Hugh go. Like, I would love to see like a new Wolverine. Look, Henry Cavill is Wolverine. If they want to do that, I'll take it. Like, I just need
a new in for that.
Yeah, just give me a new Wolverine. It's time, man. It's that I damn near grew up with Hugh Jackman as Wolverine. That ain't good.
Right. It's over with now. That's
I'm in my 40s.
Its course.
I was in high school when Hugh Jackman first played Wolverine. I'm in my 40s now. Why is Hugh Jackman still Wolverine?
Right.
You know what I mean? That's crazy. That is crazy. Says if I was Marvel, I'd throw him into Sinister Seeds and I mean, why not? Throw him in there. Throw him in there. Throw
Yeah.
him in there. So I'm thinking this would be a Fox X-Men Swan song. We get new younger cast moving forward. I think Hugh and Channing will keep going.
I don't know about Channing.
I will have to see how the audience receives Channing. I know, he can't, but that was more like comedic and on some parody type situation.
Yeah.
I don't know if they're gonna
I would like
gravitate
to
towards
see a
Channing.
serious performance of him as
as
Gambit.
Gambit. Just have to see. Now, I most definitely know Wesley is probably gonna show up in this. Wesley Snipes' Blade is gonna
Yep.
show, not in Spider-Man, but in whatever Marvel's got cooking up for this Doomsday
Secret Wars, or yeah.
War stuff. They Mahershala Ali is never coming to play Blade. I'm just letting y'all know that right now. That is not happening. Mahershala Ali is not gonna be Blade. They botched that. They messed that up.
No, it's not gonna happen. I don't think it's gonna happen.
They messed that up. They messed that all the way up. But yeah, man, to wrap this up, Sadie Sink is I'm putting my money on
Typhoid Mary. I think that's locked up.
Put my money on Typhoid Mary, man. Especially they throwing all the words that they throwing around fit her, not Shathra.
Yes.
Typhoid Mary. Typhoid. Tina, where you at? Tina, if you listening, Tina, not Shathra, Typhoid Mary. She got on me the other day. It's gonna be Shah. She's playing Shathra. I was like, so why was who they get on James Gunn about just going finding some random ass characters. Who went and found Shathra and said,
right?
You know what I'm saying? No, no way. Go find Shathra was in what 2 comics or something. Like, why am I getting Shathra?
Right? Why would we care? Why would we even care about that? Especially in this movie. Why would we even care? Like,
you can't do that. And we finally get a Spider-Man on the 4th film. Spider-Man, we're going to get Shathra.
Nah, dog.
I can't sell Shathra toys or T-shirts. That ain't gonna move.
No, you cannot.
Typhoid Mary looks cool. I think Typhoid Mary is cosplay ready.
Is what now?
Cosplay ready all day long.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Typhoid Mary, if she catches fire, I see every woman dressing up as Typhoid Mary. Split down the middle, pale on this side, face.
Oh yeah.
Color wig.
And I think that's why they doing Sadie Sink as that character. They want her to take off. Yeah. They want her to have some popularity.
That's what I'm saying. I can sell toys to sell. T-shirts to sell. Like Typhoid will go.
Yeah.
I can see them branding Typhoid will be a merchandising explosion if that's what it is.
I'm with that.
So I heard Netflix would explore Gunverse and Snyderverse. They'll get money from both sides.
Mm-hmm.
I think Netflix is out on Gunn.
Yeah, that's
not Gunn. I'm sorry, it's out on Snyder.
I could talk on for hours, right?
Yeah. Remember they just fired Snyder. The old buddy, I forgot his name.
He didn't even get the sequels to none of his planned trilogies. Army of the Army of the Dead didn't get a sequel like it was supposed to. The Asian Star Wars knockoff that he came out with.
None of that. But I'm saying the guy who
none of it made it past the first film.
He was actually supposed to be over Warner Brothers. I can't remember his name right now. But he went over to Netflix and is the head of their movie division. He not working. No, because they see what Snyder can and can't do. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And it's no shade to Snyder, but Snyder is a hit or miss guy.
Big time.
He's a hit or miss guy. And I know we love the Snyderverse. I'm one of them. I like what Snyder did over there too, but he's a hit or miss guy. And there's no need to try to go back to that well. I don't know why that's still a thing. I really don't.
No,
you know what I'm saying?
People holding on to it for no reason. It's not coming back. Yeah.
Don't know why that's
not coming back.
The only way that comes back is in a comic, like with Batman 1989, they did the comic or animated. That's as close as you're gonna get to more Snyderverse stuff.
Right. They're
That's
not
it.
going to throw millions of dollars at that again
No.
anymore. It's not.
Now, I was talking earlier. Somebody said hire Snyder to do a Thor movie, and it got me thinking. A Thor movie directed by Zack Snyder, I think it'd be dope. I think that'd be dope.
I think it would be.
I think that would work. A Thor movie directed by Zack Snyder, I think will work. Not written by, but directed
Not
by.
written. No.
Yeah, I think it'll work. I think it'll work. Let's keep this thing going, man. Let's keep this thing going. Last topic of the day. The leak that basically broke the internet. The Spider-Man Brand New Day trailer. I guess you want to call it the trailer. Did the whole trailer leak?
I haven't seen the whole trailer yet.
But the piece of it or whatever, what I'm saying, leaked. Some people say that because I'm like, Sony is doing it. This has nothing to do with Marvel. A lot of people confused just because it's MCU. Man, I don't even know if this is be an MCU movie. It just got some MCU characters in it, but this feels more Sony. And I'm talking about the movie. So with the leak, I'm like, this is a Sony leak. This isn't a Marvel leak. This is a Sony leak. Do you think it was done on purpose? What you think?
If it was done by anybody, I think, well, that's kind of heavy-handed because Sony markets Spider-Man. Like, they market it around the world. So I think if it was leaked, it definitely wasn't from Marvel. It was definitely from Sony. But at the same time, I think Sony they need this to be a hit more than Marvel does. Sony needs this to be a hit with all the bad Spider-Man that they've had over the last few years. They need this movie to be a hit. If not, they just threw away $600 million. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
They just threw away $500 million if this movie doesn't hit in the right ways that they need it to. But I also think that, remember when they were battling back and forth about Sony wanted to be multiverse movie and then Marvel wanted to be street level, and I think Marvel ended up winning the argument there. But I also think that with whatever they have in this film, it's got huge implications for Sony going forward. Their whole universe, everything they're trying to do with Spider-Man, this has huge implications going forward.
So you think this is the pivot for Sony to take full control back of Spider-Man?
I think so, yes. Because like I said, I think that they want full control of Peter as far as they want to be able to have them in their movies. They want to be able to have a Peter Parker in their movies. And I think that this is the only way to do it, is to play ball and then have a nice trade-off with Marvel. They can either get, Miles Morales down the road or whatever, you know what I'm saying? But Sony needs to be able to do Spider-Man films that aren't MCU films. They need that.
Well, I mean, from my understanding, they can do it. It's just they haven't done. I don't know if whatever agreement they got with Marvel doesn't allow them to do, certain things, and that's why we've been getting Madam Web and all, you know what I'm saying? Because they fumbled the ball on a lot of stuff. Not just like Madam Web could have actually been good, right? It could have been. It could have been good. I don't think
they did all that stuff backwards.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. I don't think it necessarily needed to be done, but it could have been a good movie, is what I'm saying.
Right.
It could have been a good movie. Morbius could have been a good movie, right? They did 3 Venoms.
Craven.
One was good. Like, y'all fumbled Carnage. I don't know how you fumbled.
How?
And you had the
they make
perfect
it
actor playing it.
PG-13. That's how. They tried to sell it to kids. That's how they failed it. Yeah. They fumbled that big time.
Perfect actor playing Carnage, and you fumbled it.
Yep.
Then I didn't even watch the 3rd one, but my son was like, and he was all in on the Venom stuff. He was like, nah. He didn't like the 3rd one.
Nah, the 3rd one was trash.
They didn't do nothing with the symbiote in the MCU, right? They didn't do nothing with that.
Nope.
Craven, I heard, was actually pretty decent, But yeah, I said, if I'm Sony in them rooms, in the right rooms, I'm like, hey, how can we do this Clone Saga?
Yeah.
How can I do the
Yep.
Clone Saga? How can you know what I'm saying? And instead of Peter Parker, we're gonna have Ben Riley swinging around it. You know what I'm saying? Being
Well, they
Spider-Man
are
like he
doing
was
Ben
in the
Riley
clone.
for Spider Noir, aren't they?
Is that Ben Watt? Yeah,
I
yeah, you're
think it
right. That
is.
is gonna
Yeah.
be Ben Riley. Yeah. So if
So
they
I
can do
mean,
that over there,
like,
why they
I
couldn't
think
just
you're
do
right
that
on
in the
that. Those conversations are being had. Yes.
yeah? You know what I'm saying? So that's what I would have been doing. I would have been um it just would have been under the guise of the Clone Saga. I got my Peter Parker because Ben Riley is still Peter Parker,
It's
right?
right.
Still Peter Parker is just a clone of. So I'm doing all of that. Y'all, okay, y'all got y'all Peter. I got my Spider-Man, Ben Riley over here, right?
Even could have casted Tom Holland too, though.
Tom Holland, or just I could have brought Garfield back.
Yeah, but
I could have did
too many
anything.
people want that though. Like you said, these people are allergic to making money and doing the
They
right
are
thing.
allergic.
Too many
They're
people
allergic
want
to making
Andrew
money.
Garfield back. Like
They're allergic to making money. But I would have brought Garfield back.
Yep.
And since, especially during that time, they were playing with the multiverse and they had the whole Doctor. If they was smart, they could have used Doctor Strange. And I know I'm talking hindsight here. Doctor Strange messed up the stuff with the Spider-Verse and all of that.
Yep.
We get Andrew Garfield back, but he's Ben Riley, right? What if that Andrew Garfield who walked through that portal was Ben Riley and not Peter Parker? Because in his world, the Clone Saga is happening.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? In his universe, he's been replaced by Ben Riley. So he walks through. He's now Ben Riley. Now we're now following his Spider-Man over there in his universe, and everything is going on. That's what I would have tried to pivot to because Marvel has my Spider-Man. Then I can do my Madam Webs and Morbiuses and Venoms and play with that whole Spider-Man world the way that it should have been played with. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
They screwed the pooch on, and I don't get it. Because y'all own Spider-Man. Like, I wouldn't have acquiesced to Marvel. We would have been, I mean, you know what I'm saying? We would have been going back on, this would have been a ping pong match. Back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. I'm going to get mine off. And I'm not about to turn a villain and try to make him into the movie. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know no movies, or maybe Dracula. Dracula might be the only one to where it's like about the villain. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know what movies sell that's about the villain. You know what I'm saying? When we have, the thing is, Dracula doesn't have a hero, a counterpart hero, because the story is about Dracula. That's all it is about. So you're introduced to the villain from Rip. We know Spider-Man. We know Spider-Man from the jump. That's who we get introduced in. But Spider-Man has, you know, antagonists who fuck with him or whatever. So
yeah,
that's second to Spider-Man's story. If you get what I'm saying. So I don't know why they would try to make that fetch. You know what I'm saying? They was trying to make villains a thing, which I think was stupid. If anything, like I said, Clone Saga, they were supposed to do the Silk thing.
Yep.
Jessica Drew. I don't know who owns that, whether it's Marvel, you know what I'm saying? Jessica Drew might be owned by Marvel though.
It's possible, yeah. It all depends on how they break that stuff up. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So I think, I mean, like you said, you could have got the Clone Saga. We could have done
Spider-Verse.
Yeah. I mean, they still could do that.
Still could do
they
that.
I still haven't lost hope as far as that.
Mm-hmm. They got Miles.
I mean, there's so many different directions they could go in.
Yeah, so many. And I just don't understand. I would like to know who's in these writing rooms and who's, you know what I'm saying, these developmental camps and stuff like that, because they leave them rooms with the wrong ideas.
They leave a lot of bread on the table, like just missing some of the, like you said, the fact that they haven't had a Spider-Man in all of these movies. I don't even know how many they've done. It's been what, 3 Venom movies, Morbius.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? You probably got 8 movies that all center around Spider-Man and nowhere to be seen.
Nowhere to be seen. closest we got to that was in Madam Web with Ezekiel.
Yep.
And that was a horrible.
Yeah.
I don't even know who the actor was, but that was a bad casting.
I agree. Oh, do I agree? Oh my goodness.
Bad casting.
Bad story.
Yep.
Bad story. Casting. But it is what it is. That's their bed. They got to lay in it now. But this is back to what we were saying to bring us full circle. This is why they had to let Marvel run the story on this one. Because if they kept doing what they were doing, and I think they realized that if they kept in the direction they were going, they would have had to sell Spider-Man to Marvel. I think Marvel was counting on that.
Yeah, but does that seem like self-sabotage though? It seems like movie after movie was like Venom. They did good with the first one, right? But then
it almost broke a billion, didn't it? I think it did like 750, almost 800. Yeah.
Matter of fact, Venom probably was this highest selling outside of Spider-Man was their highest selling.
Yeah.
Like that trilogy, I'm not gonna front like it didn't do numbers, but it had diminishing returns over its period of time.
Yeah.
But one thing I always disliked about Venom was that wasn't Eddie Brock and that wasn't Venom. You know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
If you would have, especially it wasn't Eddie Brock from the jump when he first got the symbiote and everything like that.
Right.
This Eddie Brock was like a dope fiend or something. Like he was, real passive and
you did Venom with no Spider-Man.
Yeah,
that does
Venom,
not like
Spider-Man. Like Venom don't exist without Spider-Man. Like you
right,
gotta have
man,
one
what's
with
the
the
point?
other. What's the point? So then there's Morbius. Then we get into Morbius.
If you're not bringing Morbius in to fight Spider-Man, what is the point?
Now what they could have did, I would have tried my damnedest to see about getting Blade and Morbius.
Yeah.
I would have tried my damnedest to get Wesley Snipes to show up.
Yeah.
As Blade, or you know what, as a vampire hunter, because since they probably couldn't use Blade, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Just have him show up as a vampire hunter. That's it. And be chasing fucking instead of Tyrese's bitch ass. You know what I'm saying? Like they could have put Wesley Snipes.
And then they cut his whole role from the movie almost. Like he had a whole arc that got cut from the movie.
Yeah.
Trash.
Yep. And then next after that, that was Madam Web.
And then Kraven.
But I heard Kraven was actually pretty decent. I might try to go watch it.
I'm gonna have to check it out. I haven't watched it yet.
Heard it was pretty decent. But once again, what is Kraven without Spider? Kraven can't even exist without Spider.
Doesn't even have any point in existing without Spider-Man, right?
He can't even, you know what I'm saying? He can't even exist. What's the point of him? Who is he hunting? His whole thing was hunting. He got to hunt the best of the best.
Right.
So, let's get into this article real quick.
Okay.
Says new reports reveal how Spider-Man Brand New Day trailer was shared online as a wild plot leak, and it goes viral. Earlier this week, Spider-Man Brand New Day trailer leaked online. The quality was appalling, and not everyone was convinced that it was the real deal. The Hollywood Reporter has now shared a piece of the leaks, providing some insights on how the footage found its way online weeks, if not months, sooner than Marvel Studios and Sony Pictures would have liked. The trade explains it escaped from a service studios used to get early feedback on trailers from average moviegoers who signed NDAs in exchange for looking at stuff early. The Brand New Day trailer is played on a computer screen that could be logged into such a site. Despite rumors that Spider-Man Brand New Day trailer will play with Anaconda on Christmas Day, Sony hasn't rushed to officially release the preview. Now, would be a good time to drop the teaser, but we're sure Marvel Studios doesn't want its Avengers Doomsday sneak peeks overshadowed by the web slinger, even if the movie is in the co-production with Sony. So, if y'all don't know, sometimes they'll send out early screeners to stuff like that to somebody like Kobe, because Kobe's in the industry and he's moving and shaking right now. But no, they'll send it to somebody, and like you said, you'll get a code, you'll log in, and you'll be able to watch it. Now, If y'all saw that footage, seems like the dude was on the computer and he was filming with his phone. Whoever this person was, dude, female, whoever, filmed with his phone. And I heard that they actually tracked this dude down.
Yeah.
That's what I heard. They tracked him down. So if y'all do something like that, be careful, man, because
very careful.
in all
VPN,
honesty,
y'all.
it's a Fed issue, and the Feds get
Yes.
involved, and the next thing you know,
Copyright
you
issue.
locked up. Yeah.
Big
You
fines, even prison time. Like,
Yep.
that's a big deal. Yeah.
Yeah. So y'all be careful, man, if y'all do get something like that. Where did I stop at? It says in related news, a wild, likely fake Spider-Man brand new day leak is receiving a lot of attention on social media. Oh, let me see this. Let me open this up. Let's read this. It says a plot leak. Yeah, let me show this. This is on X. Let's get into this real quick as a plot leak. This is from Matt Spidey Aura. Spider-Man brand new day plot leak on Reddit. Take it with a grain of salt as everything still rumors, but thought it was a neat plot. He said he found it online. It says part one. After No Way Home, Peter's basically a ghost. Peter Parker spends all his time as Spider-Man saving the city. Peter narrates a confession to MJ, only to himself, and believes she's better off without him. Same with Ned. Big themes of loneliness and isolation. Quick montage scene of Peter beating up mid-villains. Boomerang, Tarantula, Ramrod, Chameleon, and Rhino. NYC loves Spider-Man except for DODC as they view him as something they have to manage. Peter is avoiding his real life, only focusing on Spider-Man. So he's just being Spider-Man the whole time. Montage ends with Peter having problems with his powers. The more stressed Peter gets, the more unstable his powers get. Webbing turns organic at times. He gets more aggressive and body parts start changing. This that man spider you was talking about. Sadie Sink plays Jean Grey. See, I don't think so. Who's on the run because DODC believes she's an unregistered mutant with uncontrolled powers. Jean's goal is to stay free and expose DODC. Jean sees Spider-Man as reckless. Whenever he appears, the situation gets worse. She suspects the DODC will connect her to Spider-Man and use that as an excuse to hunt her. Punisher protects Jean because they work together. Tombstone is essentially the big bad. He wants the city unstable because he profits when the streets are scared. Doomsday bankrolls the hand. Tombstone bankrolls the hand. Evil organization of ninjas that hit the DODC and free Scorpion. And it's a lot. DODC is transporting Matt Gorgon to a more secure location. It's a big convoy scene. The hand attacks the convoy on the highway where Spider-Man comes to fight them off. Punisher helps too. DODC crashes at a prison where Gargan escapes. After the disaster, the hand storms. Oh, I meant to say spoiler alert. My bad, y'all. Spoiler alert.
Spoiler alert.
After the disaster, hand storms the prison to release more prisoners. This is where Spider-Man fights a wave of ninjas in the prison. Spidey has problems with his powers again, but Punisher saves him from the hand and they retreat. After the prison chaos, Peter's body isn't acting normal anymore. Banner is the only person he can help. Peter's body forces a metamorphosis and ends up in a web cocoon. Peter's emotions are causing this. Organic webbing occurs. More feral and extra limbs come and go. Tombstone upgrades Gargan, sends Scorpion to Spider-Man to get rid of him for interfering with his business. Amazing fight scenes across the streets and buildings in NYC. Spider-Man wins. Peter becomes unstable and is in pain again, which lets Scorpion escape. Banner's under insane stress from Peter, DODC, and taps into a new persona, Grey Hulk. Banner loses control, which causes Hulk to go crazy and terrorize the streets. Basically, the stress and emotional turmoil caused this transformation. So is this a big thing on stress and stuff like that? Is that what this overarching theme is? Seem like we're getting
Stress.
Yeah, stress.
I see that.
Part 11. Punisher shows up in a tank to fight and try to save Banner. Likewise, Spider-Man joins and attempts to help Banner. Jean returns to calms Banner, bringing him back to normal. Just when Banner is back to normal, Peter's stress is maxed out and reaches a breaking point, causing him to become Man Spider. Man Spider loses all his human features and fights them. Jean anchors Peter mentally, helps Peter realize that he can't only be Spider-Man, but the human side is just as important. Once he realizes that, he turns back to normal. Bruce finishes the antidote serum to stabilize Peter. Jean goes on her way, thanking him for trusting her. She returns in Secret Wars. Finally, Peter finds MJ and her boyfriend, Harry Osborn. He tells her everything that happened from Nowhere Home. Reason why I don't like this, my bad to go back. So Jean Grey goes on her way, thanking them for trusting her. She returns in Secret Wars. The reason I don't like that is why the hell is she even, you know what I'm saying?
Why is she even there? Like, yeah.
For what? Returns in Secret Wars for what? She don't know none of them other X-Men, so why is she showing up in Secret Wars?
Made no sense.
Makes no sense. No sense unless they're going to give us our X-Men, right? But why would they do that on a reboot?
Before the reboot.
Yeah, it just don't make sense. So Peter understands he can't just be Spider-Man, but Peter Parker is just as important. It appears. Post-credit scenes include the symbiote. Tombstone meets an unknown buyer in a quiet, dark hangout. The buyer slides a sealed vial across the table. Inside the symbiote, Tombstone looks at Scorpion, hinting for Matt Gargan to get the symbiote first. Overall, solid plot, yada, yada, yada. See, I don't think Gargan should get the symbiote first. I don't like that. I don't like that.
That's weird.
I do not like that. Give it back. Just bring Eddie Brock. Go get another. Get me a 6'5" Eddie Brock to be Venom. You know what I'm saying? Go get me a big dude to be Venom.
I've seen Alan Ritchson cast. I like fan casted a lot.
Yeah, Alan Ritchson. Yeah, that
I can see that. That could work.
I would like to see him as Sabretooth though. I think
as Sabretooth. I can see that. Yeah,
man. Yeah, that's like my favorite villain.
No, I feel that. Yeah.
Sabretooth is him and Apocalypse, man, my favorite villain. Out of Marvel. Sabretooth is a bad dude, and I like Sabretooth.
Omega Red stand myself.
Omega Red. Yeah. Like I used to like Omega Red, and then I was like, they just don't develop him as much.
No, yeah, you're right.
Yeah, I think if they developed him a little bit more, Omega Red would be up there. But for me, Apocalypse, Sabretooth, Sinister. Those are like my favorite. And then Magneto ain't even a villain no more, so I can't even count.
No, yeah.
Oh, and Mystique. If she's when she's a villain. Those are like my Marvel villains, man. Everybody, I don't care about Galactus. I don't care about anybody else. Them X-Men villains be killing. They
they be on it.
They own it. So where did I stop? Say claims Peter Parker's powers will continue to evolve and that Sadie Sink is indeed playing Jean Grey. Tombstone supposedly in the movie. So they just going over what the So what did you think of that leak?
I don't like I think it's got too many plot holes. I mean, it doesn't solve our problem with everybody not knowing who Peter is. It doesn't even address that until like the end of the movie, right? It doesn't even address that. So what would cause Bruce Banner to want to help Spider-Man, you know what I'm saying, other than the fact that they've never, you know what I'm saying, they don't know who he really is. They would have to know who he is, I think.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I feel like a lot of it just doesn't make sense. It sounds too fabricated to me. Like too AI to me, I think.
Yeah, it's a good story, but I'm with you. It's a lot to piece together. Especially with Spider-Man turning into Man-Spider, right?
I don't buy that. I mean, I get it if you're going, but at the same time, that doesn't follow any of the timeline.
Is this and like I said, I'm interested. And the reason why I'm so intrigued in this movie, but that sounds like a jump the shark moment for me.
I can see that. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, is that gonna be cheesy and cringy? Is this the Fly? Are we dealing with, you know what I'm saying? Is this Jeff Goldblum, the Fly?
Right.
Like, are we getting that? I don't know if anybody wants to see that.
No.
You know what I mean?
I didn't even care for that arc in the TV show.
Right. I don't know if anybody wants to see that. Yeah. You talking about the cartoon back in the day?
Yeah.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
And like your boy just said in the chat, they got the Hulk playing the lizard role, you know what I'm saying? Which is Right. And so I just
Yeah.
don't like that. I don't like that at all. It doesn't fit to me. Why
Yeah.
even bring? I don't understand the point of bringing Banner into this movie at all, other than they needed to use his character, I
I
guess.
think that's all. They needed to use him.
Yeah.
This was the best place to put him. Even though Doomsday to me would, well, he's gonna be over there too, but I guess they needed to use him earlier before they lost the right. So, um, but they've done Hulk so dirty anyway. Like,
Yeah.
and it's not just Marvel; it's also the
Universal.
actor. Well, just the actor. He didn't want to be Hulk. That's why we didn't get a
Oh,
Hulk
true.
in. He running around in the armor and shit. That was his call. He did that. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, that's so damn stupid.
Yeah, that's
You got
lame.
one of the best characters, and you running around in the damn Hulk Buster suit because you want to
What? Like, yeah, no,
for
man. Like,
5 seconds. Get out of here, man.
mm-mm.
But
Yeah, I do hope if they do reboot that his character gets recast because Mark Ruffalo is the Hulk. I've
yeah,
never been able to buy into that.
me neither, man.
Mm-mm.
Me neither.
Mm-mm.
But one thing about this plot leak that I do like, is the Tombstone thing. Like making even though we didn't get, I don't think they said anything about him actually fighting Tombstone, did they?
No, I didn't hear anything about that.
Yeah.
Just Tombstone kind of being in the background.
Hold on. Tombstone upgrades Garganson,
Being
Scorpion,
the
and
big bad, I
Spider-Man.
guess.
Yeah, so he ends up fighting, right. So he's like the big bad. Scorpion
Yep.
is the villain of this, it seems like. And damage control is the environmental bad. Like they're the
Yep.
overarching cannon fodder bad that's needed. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Um so yeah, him versus Scorpion, that tracks. Spider-Man versus Scorpion tracks. I
I'm
can
with
see
that.
that happening. Um but even how does that so you're not being Peter and you just run around being Spider-Man, so that makes you turn into Man Spider? Like I need more from that. You know what I'm saying? Like how do I get being just because I'm still Peter at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? Like
Right.
I'm pretty sure he's still doing the same stuff that he was doing. He just
Nobody
I mean,
knows who
unless
he
he just
is.
being Batman the whole time. You know what I'm saying? Like Batman don't want to take his mask off, so he probably sleeping that shit. Like is Spider-Man sleeping in you know what I mean? Like what is going on? Talking about, oh, he's not acting like Peter. He's just depressed. So depression and stress caused him to turn into Man Spider.
The Man Spider.
Yeah. See, I'm not buying that one.
I'm not buying that. I don't buy that for a second. I'm
Buying
not with it. Even if it is, I ain't rocking with that.
Yeah. Oh,
They better not do that.
nope. I do like the hand though. I
Yeah.
think bringing the hand in is dope. I hope we get like dope fight scenes with, you know what I'm saying, with
Well, I
Spider-Man
mean,
because
it is Destin Daniel Cretton, so
yeah,
think about your Shang-Chi fight scenes.
yeah, that's what I'm
Yeah,
saying.
I'm excited about that. I think
I
that'll
want
be
to see
good.
Spidey moving around, getting down, because this iteration of Spidey wouldn't know how to fight. He's just going off his abilities of
Right,
being faster and more athletic and you know what I'm saying, using the spider sense.
right.
Imagine what they should have put into this movie with Shang-Chi. See, I would have get rid of the Hulk, bring me Shang-Chi.
Yeah, see, yeah, I agree.
That's how he controls his depression. He trains with Shang-Chi. He gets out of his depression. He gets
Right.
out of his stress because he's training with Shang-Chi. He develops his own martial arts this way. We good.
I'm with it.
I
I'm
would
with that.
more
That would have
see
been
that
legit.
than bringing Banner in. Not you just bringing Banner in. Just
Just
why?
for the hell of it.
Yeah, like he's not even a good, as far as this plot. He's not even a good plot device in this plot leak or whatever.
Mm-mm.
We dealing with ninjas and you got the Hulk in here. Bring Shang-Chi in, let him train, because we got Daredevil too.
Yep.
Only person we missing is Iron Fist. Like we got
Yeah,
damn
you
near
got
all, you know.
the heavy hitters there, the defenders, right?
Bring them in. Bring them in, man. That's what I think would be dope. I think. Yeah, Q, he should have had a sequel by now, man.
Yeah, he should have been at another movie.
But like we said earlier, Marvel, that all of those seem like money grabs. Now, the more I look back at that phase, Eternal, Shang-Chi,
Yep. Money grabs.
Because I'm gonna just talk about the movies here. Not even the TV shows. I don't even think they make money off the TV shows. I don't think nobody make money off TV shows no more. But yeah, Shang-Chi,
Wakanda Forever,
like all of those
the
money
Marvels.
grabs.
Yeah.
Money grabs. And that's the reason why they were so quick to pull back from it. You know what I'm saying? Because it was just a money grab. We got our money, pull back, we good. We broke even, all right, we good. Oh, we made $30, pull back. You know what I'm saying? Like just a money grab. Just the money.
That's right.
So, but what else that I don't like in this leak? What's the Punisher's role? Is he just there to just cause mayhem in the city? Oh no, his role is for Typhoid Mary / Jean Grey.
Yeah, protecting her.
See, that's why I don't think it's Jean Grey. Jean Grey wouldn't need no damn protection from Punisher.
No,
she wouldn't even seek protection from him because she's not a in the criminal world type of a person. That's why I just don't think it's Jean Grey. Because where the fuck, why, where you come from one thing,
right?
Like,
where
why you not
showed up? Yeah,
over at the mansion? What you doing here? You know, slumming it in Hell's Kitchen with Spider. You know what I'm saying, with Spider-Man? What you doing?
Fish out of water.
Yeah, what you doing? Why you here? Oh, I'm on the run. Why are you on the run? You got a whole group of military, you know what I'm saying? Military trained mutants ready to go, and you on the run from damage control?
Right.
Nah. Nope. Just
I don't get it.
The more I think about it, I'm not buying the Jean Grey thing.
Nope. It just has too many holes. It doesn't make sense.
Yep. Nope. Why you here? First thing first. I'm like, well, why is she not with Scott or Iceman or Professor?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, why is she here with Spider-Man in the gutter? Spider-Man operates in the gutter too. A lot of people don't realize that Spider-Man operates in the gutter of gutters. Why is this young lady here with Daredevil and Spider
slumming
and Punisher? Slumming it. Right, slumming it. These dudes is gutter rats, man. These dudes is gutter rats. They can't. Nope.
No, I don't make sense. Don't make sense.
The only Netflix Marvel show I was disappointed in was Iron Fist. Yeah, I think everybody was disappointed in Iron Fist.
Bad casting, Ben Jones. Yeah.
Netflix Daredevil so far was way better than that's to me one thing I didn't like about the Disney Plus Daredevil, kind of like rehashing the same thing. The third season of it was like he didn't want to be Daredevil. Now we get it. He don't want to be Daredevil again. Like we rehashing it again. You know what I'm saying? The third season he wasn't in the suit for damn half the season.
Right.
You know? He wasn't in the suit for half of this damn season. What is going on? Are we getting a Daredevil show or not?
Like
that's my whole thing. Are we getting a Daredevil show or not? Because he spent majority of his time walking the streets of damn
Matt Murdock, right?
The city is Matt Murdock, not swinging through the city as Daredevil. So that's what a pet peeve of mine was, man. That's what a pet peeve of mine was. But yeah, man, I'm intrigued with this Spider-Man seems like it's gonna be good, regardless of the leak or not. I think.
I'm kind of. I haven't even worried about the league at this point, because I mean, if 50% of it is right, then the story's gonna be good no matter what.
Yeah.
If it's all wrong, then we won't. You know what I'm saying? That we'll still have the surprise. But
Yeah.
I don't mess with none of the leaks in the Spider-Man just because some of the stuff. I mean, they told us a lot of information already. They don't have
Yeah.
to keep leaking stuff. They telling us stuff.
Right.
You know, so they're telling you who they got casted. They might not telling you who for, but they're telling
But
you
they're
who's
telling
in
you,
it. You know
yeah.
what I'm saying? Who's in this film. We should like the fact that we know most of the villains in the movie already. Like
Mhm.
they hand feeding us that.
Right.
They don't have to leak it. They can just hand feed it to us. And I'm good with it just like that.
Yeah, Q. Bring back Power Man. I wouldn't mind a recast. He was good, but I wouldn't mind a recast with Luke Cage. A Luke Cage recast, I think, would is needed to go into the future. That's the only reason
Yeah.
why I would. You know what I'm saying? Mike Coulter
I
did
don't see Mike Coulter playing a role for
yeah,
10, 15
nah.
more years.
He did a phenomenal job. But I wouldn't mind a new Luke Cage, and they
Young.
develop him
Yes.
young, younger guy. Um, I'm talking about brolic, like he gonna do the Mike Coulter's a big dude, you know what I'm saying? And like I said, he played the role, he fit the build and everything, but this would be the opportunity to go get you a fresh face, build him up, and turn him into something.
Yeah.
Him and whoever they recast as Iron Fist.
Oh
Have them
yeah.
come in and be the heroes for hire and work that angle, buddy cop situation, and you know what I'm saying? Go with it.
I'm with that.
Go with it. You know. So the two shows that was the biggest disappointments was HBO's Titans and Netflix.
I wouldn't
Titans,
even call that HBO Titans.
Titan
It
was
didn't
funny.
have that wasn't getting HBO money.
Nah,
That
that
was
wasn't getting
not
no
getting
HBO.
HBO
I don't
money.
know.
If it was, it'd have been a way better show.
But no, remember it started off on DC Universe. Do you remember DC Universe?
Yeah, whatever
Yeah,
that was, right.
it was on DC Universe because like you said, it wasn't because that's where they did that, and they were Swamp Thing was over there too, and then they moved Swamp Thing over
Also,
to CW.
what's the other one? The other show?
Which one?
Doom Patrol.
Doom Patrol. Yep, all of
Yep.
that was on DC Universe.
Yeah.
So and then after that went belly up, they moved it over to HBO or whatever. But yeah, that wasn't HBO money. I forgot about Doom Patrol.
Nah.
Doom Patrol was actually pretty good.
If
It was actually
HBO
pretty
give
good.
a budget to a show, the show's good, right?
Yeah, that was actually pretty good. But yeah, Titans was done. But once old buddy from Game of Thrones showed up as Batman or Bruce Wayne, I was like, oh, that dude ain't whooping nobody's ass. That is, I'm sorry.
Right.
He is not. He is not beating me up. Not him. This 70-year-old Bruce Wayne walked up, and we got this young ass Nightwing. Like, what the hell is going on,
Yeah,
man?
what
Like,
is going on here, y'all? Like,
nah, he ain't doing nothing. Nah,
can't even get your own continuity right.
that shit was crazy. I was like, wait, he's Bruce? No way. Nah, he was all small and shrunken. Like, nah, he ain't doing nothing. With Shang-Chi, he would train Spider-Man, teach him the art of meditation, or take some type of natural herbal remedies. Right. That to me makes more sense than him going to sit with the Hulk or whatever the Hulk is supposed to do to him. And now the Hulk is what is this, like a bad STD? Now the Hulk got depression and he hulks out and turned gray. Like, what are we talking about?
And
What's
finna
going
turn
on?
into Gray Hulk of all all
Yeah.
the time to become Gray. What?
They got the
They
damn
finna make him Joe Fix It right now? Like that
right
don't make no
now. Joe
damn
fix it.
sense at all. Like
Make him Joe fix it. He got the syphilis version of depression. Bad, man. Bad. What else we got in the chat?
that's wild.
They should have a Street War made movie. Yeah, you talking gang war?
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Give me Misty Knight. Yep. You said I feel you, but I want Mike back. Mike getting that bag, that CBS bag though. I think is he still on that show? Evil.
Evil. Yeah.
Yeah, that's still yeah.
Just got renewed, I think.
Yes, he getting that CBS. He
And he
getting
getting
that
that
Paramount
back.
money. He good. He good over show like that'll run 300 years. You know what I'm saying? And
Yep. As long as the people watching it, it'd be
as
like
long as they watch
Supernatural.
it.
It'll just keep
Yeah.
running, right?
So now you got to add Secret Invasion into that.
They'll add it to the trash pile. Yeah, we can add it to the trash pile.
Secret Invasion. Oh, that should have been. That could have been probably the greatest thing Marvel did. We were just talking about alley oops and layups and things of that nature. They alley ooped themselves with Captain Marvel, which made $1 billion. So people went and saw what Captain Marvel did. Then they added more to the lore with WandaVision, which was one of the highest viewed and high rated shows at the time.
Right.
You had the alley oop to do Skrulls and them taking over for these superheroes. We don't have Chris Evans. We don't have RDJ. Guess what would have been a good placeholder until you figure out what's next? A Skrull. Skrulls. And then the Skrull could show up as Iron Man. We ain't got to take the mask off, but Iron Man is doing shit. You know what I'm saying? Captain America's running around, but it's a Skrull. You know, Rhodey was a Skrull, but don't nobody even care or know that Rhodey was a Skrull.
I mean, if I'm not mistaken, we called that. Yeah,
we did
verbatim. We called that. Like that was so heavy-handed, and it wasn't even like the whole Secret Invasion thing was just so heavy-handed. Like we knew what was going to happen from the beginning. Like we knew who Skrulls was from the beginning. Like they weren't hiding that very well.
They could.
I feel like if they do Skrulls, it needs to be way down the line from now on. Like,
well, they done messed it up now.
They can't do it again anytime soon.
They would have. It would have to be like a twist on a big movie.
A surprise. Yeah,
a surprise.
Down the road.
Like, this person played, whoever this Skrull was, played the person perfect to a T, and then down the road, we kind of find out
it was a Skrull the entire time, right?
You know, and he would have got away with it too if it weren't for them pesky kids type situation, like something like that. And then he reveals that Skrulls have infiltrated every, because that's what it was.
Now you just don't know, right?
Coming off of Secret Invasion. Remember they had all the tubes with all the heroes in there? What happened with that? Or with all the people in there? What happened with that? Is Marvel gonna be like, oh yeah, we planned that. We waited. We did the long game.
Still
we
got
it.
The Super Skrull running around somewhere. Right. What the fuck? Like,
that's got to be with that. The most powerful being. That she might be able to beat the Sentry.
Erased, just like you're right. Like a misspelling.
Yep. But man, let's wrap it up, man.
I'm with it.
Folks who don't know, this is Kobe, man, and Kobe helped me at the beginning of doing the channel, whatever. Me and Kobe was doing this. We added Mika onto the team. But Kobe, what you been up to, man? Let the people know what you've been up
to. Slaving, man, and growing the family, bro. The kids, the wife, doing the work thing, just running all over the place. It's just been crazy.
That's what's up, man. That's what's up. Well, like I said, man, I appreciate you jumping on, man. And doing this with me for old time's sake, man.
For sure.
And if I think somebody had wanted to know your YouTube channel, whatever. He'd be on Facebook more than
yeah,
YouTube.
I'd be on Facebook. You know what I'm saying? I hadn't had the time to really mess with YouTube here lately, but I'm gonna jump back on at some point. I just hadn't had the time here lately.
No.
So this was nice to be able to get in and get out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. But yeah, let's wrap it up. The fight, I guess, is happening on right now. If y'all been wanting to watch the
have to go check it out.
And the Paul fight. They said Anderson Silva did pretty good. I was seeing Anderson Silva, the Spider. Forgot about him, man. He was the dude back in the day. Yeah, he was a dude back in the day.
On night undercard. That's crazy.
Hey, look, man. He did 2 bad breaks on his leg though. So
yeah, he broke the leg and then the ankle. Yeah.
Yeah. So now but this is boxing though, so it's not.
Yeah. He had in hands and always has had the hands. So
yeah,
that's what's up. At least he's still fighting. He's over 40. So
you talking about having the hands? I can't even remember that one fight. You ain't even see the punch he threw and do out.
Right.
Man, yeah, Anderson Silva used to be the man back then,
bro. Like,
man. But yeah, man, that's Blues News House gang. I appreciate everybody who came in, man. What do y'all think? Steve Rogers coming back as a granddaddy, or whatever? Sadie Sink is she gonna actually be a mutant assassin? And would y'all pay to see this Spider-Man live action plot leak that just happened? Do y'all think that's what it's gonna be? Let me know in the comments down below. Don't forget to smash that like button. Please subscribe if you have not. And if you are watching it on the replay, please hype it up. Hit that hype button, man. So until next time, y'all know what to do. You ain't got to go home, but you got to get the hell up out of here. And yes, Kobe, I did steal your tagline, but I'll let you say it, man. Go ahead.
I'm with it, y'all. Y'all take it easy and be safe.
Yeah, we out like that there. Audi 5000, yada da. Peace.
This concludes today's broadcast from Blues News. We hope you enjoyed tonight's programming and the time we've shared together.
Right. Always be about being authentic. Drop like that drop to what it was March, so that we added to the slate on the strength of an exception.
So I think it's confidence. I think that
Blues News is dedicated to bringing you the very best in pop culture, music, and conversation, serving viewers everywhere, every day. On behalf of our staff and crew, we thank you for watching. We'll return tomorrow with more entertainment, insight, and fun for the whole house gang. Good night and good luck.